Hello, we are live. I've seen someone in the chat was asking for the video. Here we are. Hello and welcome, everyone. Hey, Grace.
Hi,
Good
Camila.
morning.
Hello, everyone.
Right?
Yeah, it's morning for me. 9 a.m. right now.
Yeah, where are you based right now?
I'm in Vancouver, Canada.
Vancouver. Amazing. I'm sure there's a lot of people here that wants to live there, right? I'm in beautiful Lisbon. It's a sunny day, 5 p.m. for me already. Yeah, welcome everyone. We would love to see in the chat if you can hear us well and where are you from? Let us know while people are still joining us. Let's see. Hello. Yay, our friend in Vancouver as well. Bangladesh, India, Venezuela, Philippines. That's
Chile.
wonderful.
Awesome.
Any Brazilians out there?
Where are you?
Yeah, I'm Brazilian. So I'm just curious. Yeah, Brazil, India, amazing.
Awesome.
Fantastic. Nigeria. I love to see that. Our global community.
Well, we are
Fantastic.
diverse, right?
Yeah, you're diverse. That's fantastic. Amazing, everyone. So, before we get started, I wanted to share some information with you. And then I'll definitely share the stage so that our dear Grace can share a lot of amazing content with you. So, welcome again. We are happy to have you here in this masterclass in which we are sharing some amazing information about international interviews. And our team, I wanted to share before that the Learning Hub team is here on a mission to help you, to help our tech talent improve their skills to achieve their goals of getting an international job. And that's why we have created a lot of educational resources for you, VanHackers. We have created online courses, webinars like this one, and a lot of other resources to help you get prepared for your international career and also take ownership of your own goals, all right? And one piece of one of the greatest things we offer as well is the VanHack Academy. If you haven't heard about it, let me share a little bit about it before we get started, because this masterclass today is offered by our signature VanHack Academy program. The VanHack Academy is the one that will provide our members deep preparation about interview processes, profile reviews, and a lot of content in which our candidates can dive deep into preparation for a global career. So this is a program we offer for our community in which our candidates can boost their skills to get a job opportunity abroad. So our candidates, they gain the confidence for outstanding performance in real life interviews. They learn insights and techniques for technical interviews. I know that many of you are afraid of the technical interviews, but yeah, with the academy, our candidates have hands-on practice to rock their technical interviews as well as the behavior interviews, the HR step. All right, we can reinforce the foundations of coding for problem solving. So those code challenges that you have to face, we got you covered with the academy program. And also the English communication for multicultural environment and much more, because we offer a lot of resources to guide our candidates, from live sessions with our instructors more than 40 hours per month. And also live the lessons available on our courses, online courses that candidates can watch at their own pace. We also have the profile review, which is a feature that is amazing to provide an individual and complete feedback about your VanHack profile to make sure you know how to stand that out. And we have the community and the support from our team to guide you through your journey. All right. The best thing is that our academy members, when they get hired through VanHack, they have their money back guarantee, which is amazing, right? So yeah, access today, vanhack.com/academy to learn more. And by the end of this session, I will be at the networking tables. If you have any questions about the program, I'll be there to answer your questions, okay? So you can share with me and I'll be happy to answer any questions over there. And also stay tuned because today's masterclass attendees will receive a special coupon to join our academy and start the preparation game. All right. So now let's dive into the amazing content our dear Grace has prepared for you today. I'm sure you'll learn a lot. Grace's bachelor's in information systems and a postgraduate in software quality management. She's an interview advisor at VanHack, an amazing one. I've just seen today that she prepared a candidate that just got hired today. So yeah, great stuff. And she's also nowadays a student career leader at University Canada West in Vancouver and a Scrum Master. As a side project, she's a I'm Remarkable facilitator by Google and also runs some workshops to empower women in technology and underrepresented groups. She's passionate about learning, mentoring people, dancing, traveling, and making global connections. So welcome again, Grace. Thank you so much for taking the time to share with our community today. Let me stop sharing my screen so that you can take on the stage, and it's all yours. Thank you again for this session.
Thank you so much, Camila, for the opportunity first off, and the introduction. So, hello everyone. I'm really happy to have you all here. I'm Grace, as Camila mentioned. Some of you maybe had interacted with me before through mock interviews or emails or even events. I love doing it. So I love learning, love sharing learning. And I try to do as much as I can. So I hope today it's really productive for everyone. I know it's a heavy subject sometimes when we are preparing, can be scary too. But also, we know that is a necessary step when we're looking for a new opportunity, when we are seeking for great opportunities, right? With great power, we know that, as Spider-Man would say, comes with great responsibility. So let's go for it. So today we're going to talk about the 3 common interview types. So we want you to master the global job search. That's our goal here. And once again, my name is Grace. I'm here as an interview advisor. Here's my Instagram, my professional Instagram. If you want to follow me, feel free to connect on LinkedIn too. And I believe that we can build anything if we apply efforts and passion in everything we do. So let's apply some passion. Let's do as much as we can to achieve our dreams. So first off, before I even go through the candidate journey, I have an initial question for you guys. What do you think that is one of the main reasons why the companies reject candidates nowadays? You can drop here in the chat. Because, we know there can be a lot of reasons for them to do it. So I have some inputs here. So yeah, the main reasons why the companies are rejecting candidates. Just repeating the question. So lack of security when talking, lack of soft skills. What else? Generic application for companies, lack of motivation, prefer summary, not preparing enough, competence, impression, experience, work permits, low experience. Yeah, so I see many inputs. Thank you, everyone, for participating. And yeah, communication is one of the main points. And I would also say the preparation, one of you mentioned here, preparation when it comes to not only the technical interviews, but overall. And sometimes we go to an interview and we are not fully prepared in terms of emotions. We are not prepared in terms of what the company is about. I know I have these skills, but does it fit what I really want to represent? Does it represent what I believe, the values I believe, what I want to offer, um, the business I would be happy to represent in the market? Well, because every day we are with our word of mouth or even LinkedIn, we are promoting the company. So we need to be proud to be working there, right? So just the introduction, the question as an introduction. But well, let's talk about a bit the candidate journey. So we mentioned about the three common types because here at VanHack, you can be more steps, depends on the company. They choose what they consider that it's better for them to in terms of number of steps, but mainly we have three steps. The first round interviews, when we talk about the behavioral main questions, they are starting to get to know you better. Of course, they have access to your resume, to your profile, but they want you to bring your experience to life. The second type, technical interview, could be a live coding, could be a system design, could be a take-home assignment with a code review interview right away, and the final round. Final round interviews, it's when you are double checking everything with the company in terms of culture, in terms of some specific technical scenarios or day-to-day scenarios they want to validate if you were able to attend and meet their expectations, and also if it makes sense for you, salary negotiation, and so on. So, our agenda for today, we are going to talk about emotional preparation. I give you some general tips, things that I've been working in learning as a candidate. I was a Van Hacker before, just to let you know. And also, when we think of the preparation itself, in well, my journey here as a candidate and also as an interview advisor, things that I see day after day. And I learned from candidates a lot. So it's something that we can discuss here today. And also, well, the three main types of interviews and important highlights about those types. So the first one, you can be mentally saying, why, Grace? Come on, emotional preparation. What's that about? Yeah. If you are not prepared emotionally, we can do anything. At least for me, I need to be prepared emotionally to go for an interview. Well, when I wake up and I have a presentation, or even to perform my day to day job. Preparation is the key for everything we do. If you want to deliver something, you can do, but if you want to deliver something with quality, you need to work on that, right? So, why emotional preparation? So, we are going through hard times. I believe I have more than one person here in the audience who just got laid off. You don't need to tell me, but well, we know that we are going through a heavy journey in the tech industry, but also there are a lot of opportunities around, and if we want to stick for it, we need to be prepared. So we need to be prepared about what just happened to us, but also about what we want from now, right? So if you want to deliver something, if you want to get a good job, if you want to get a good opportunity, we need to be prepared to overcome those bad feelings, those heavy feelings, and to be able to go on, to move forward. So, well, the very first point, better performance. If you are prepared, you can relieve at least I would say 1% of your anxiety. Of course, is way more than that. Because if you are prepared, if you know what you're going to talk about, if you have your questions, I won't say completely rehearsed and that you know exactly what to do and what to say all the time. Um, but well, if you can predict some scenarios, you can relieve a little bit of your anxiety. It's the same thing in the day to day. If you have a lot of tasks, people sometimes ask me, so how could I relieve my anxiety? Well, prepare everything in advance. Do things, well, before. Uh, don't wait for the final deadline. I mean, it's a tip not for only for selection process. When we think about our day to day, so many activities, and we need to prioritize. And if we're talking about prioritizing things, I would say prepare it and prioritize your emotional preparation ahead. Since the beginning, you press the button apply for this job. Because as soon as you were applying, even if you don't have an interview, you were committed to that already. So you can have a better performance because when you were there, of course, the interviewer is noticing if you were prepared enough or not. They are realizing at that time if you were spending some time researching about the company, if you were completely aware about what the job is about. Of course, if you got selected, they know there is a big chance of you getting being a good match, but also they see if you were paying attention to what they are preaching, what they are seeking. So automatically your opportunities are increasing. And also, if you are emotionally preparing yourself, you are getting used to this process of interviews. Sometimes happens to us. We got the first interview, well, the first company you're applying for, and then, well, you get hired. But sometimes it's a journey. International jobs is not easy. So we need, well, many applications. We are constantly applying for many jobs, um, having many interviews at the same time, sometimes at the same week, in the same week. But with time, if you are prepared enough emotionally, you can also overcome these fears. It's something, oh, this question I have answered before. I know how to talk about it, or I know myself, or I remember enough details from my past experience to share with confidence. And well, remember, everything is about yourself. No one knows more about yourself than yourself. So you are just being there, well, trying to evaluate, analyze everything, and then bringing the best. You know what makes you comfortable and not comfortable. So it's the first housekeeping, I could say. And well, some general tips important for any of the three common types of interviews you are going to face in this journey. First off, guys, get your environment ready. Uh, First off was of course, we talk about research, we talk about preparation, reading, rehearsing, but your environment ready. You are having an interview. You need to show yourself in a professional way. So, say, oh, lights, camera, action, right? It's your time to shine. We have these virtual interviews. We need to be connected as much as we can to them. It's virtual. We know that we have that now, it's more common, but we have that, oh, I'm so far away feeling. And what we can do is to get closer to them, to more comfortable and more professional. We need to get this environment ready. Dress properly. You don't need to wear a suit to impress or to look professional, right? But at least, well, think of something that is covering your shoulders. You were looking serious, professional in terms of, okay, this person is committed here. This person spent some time to be here discussing about a professional subject, about a job opportunity, and this person is committed. How we dress and how we behave says a lot about us. So be prepared for that as well. And the preparation for yourself beforehand, we were talking about the emotional aspect. So doing things in advance, how it can help us. And research. Research and research are my three main tips. When we are is starting a process. As I said, since the beginning, since you press the button apply for this job, you were committed to that. Because if you were applying for this job, it means you read the job description, you found things in common, and you want to be part of this journey. And you know that you have potential to be there. And along the process, you're going to have steps. You need to make connections, not only when in scheduling an interview and, oh, I'm connecting to this person. Having a meeting doesn't mean connecting. You need to think in three different ways you can connect. That's what I tell the candidates during mock interviews. The very first one, job description, you have everything on your hands. It's everything ready there for you to compare what you're doing and what you have, to and maybe even identify weaknesses regarding the job and what they're expecting that you don't have, and also you could work on that for the future. You are not working right away, um, and well, you won't learn something in a week, but you are still being aware of what you could offer more and what you were willing to learn more. Second point, soft skills. I remember that I saw on the chat too. Soft skills are super important. And a lot of us, we don't consider the soft skills when applying for a job, and we don't know how much it's going to impact us there. The companies, they are not looking only for technical skills that they can be learned. I won't say that the behavioral, the soft skills, they can't, but technical skills are way easier to, well, they can mold you in the day to day. The soft skills, when you bring to the interview, when you come, when you have that presence in terms of communication, how polite you were when you were talking about your day to day and projects you had before, how much you care about your team, how much you were collaborating, um, things like how much detail oriented you are, and how you were paying attention to those small points in the day to day that could make the difference, and we're bringing insights. So it's all about, you can still learn, you can still adapt, and have some sort of soft skills. But the companies, they are checking about this person that is in front of them, in front of their screen in the case, to see what this person can deliver in terms of what is inside that person, their core values. How can we count on this person aside the technical skills? So it's so important that we need to consider. And the third point, the company. So why should I work for a company that produce cigarettes if I hate cigarettes? If I don't connect with that business at all, or if I can't give them a reason to join them. Common question, well, we are going to explore later, but why do you want to join us? If you don't have that answer, I won't say that you won't get selected, but the chances are really high because the company wants someone to connect with their business too, someone to, well, make them feel that this person is confident to be there. There's a connection, professional, not only technical, highlighting once again. They want to see there's something in common between you, and you would be happy to be in that environment. Because after some time, if you hate the business, it's going to be super heavy. So it's important for you to align. You need to be a good fit for the position and the company, but they need to be a good fit for you too. They need to give you something back. And I reinforce and I highlight forever, if necessary, that we need to think of this win-to-win relationship. So when you're preparing, let's think of a student preparing for a big exam. So let's suppose, or a big exam, or if you were taking the certification. So what you are doing to prepare, and why? So find your goal. So why am I preparing for this? Right? Why this person is? What is the subject? Let's suppose that you guys are studying for a Scrum Master certification. So, okay, I have my goal and I have why. well, I have the documentations, I have the Scrum guide I need to learn, I have so many sources. And why am I preparing? So consider that this is applying to you as a candidate, right? And then you need to prepare for your upcoming interview. So you need to be aware of everything, right? You need to know what you are going for. Okay, I'm applying for 3 different jobs, but this one I got the interview. So I know I need to know the job description, where the position is based, what are they looking for, what are my limitations to. So as I mentioned before, if you have weaknesses or, oh, this skill here I don't have, but I'm ready to let them know that I have, well, I never worked maybe, but I had some side projects, and you are preparing. The more you prepare, the better the percentage, right? Because they know you were prepared, they feel you were prepared, you feel more confident and able to recapture some, you were remembering about details in your career that you can show them. Success cases, if you were not prepared or if you don't know exactly what they want, it's hard for you to just remember of good experiences you had, good numbers and results you presented in press companies that could impress them, could help you to take advantage of these moments to share specific scenarios with them. And how? So research the company. First point. Again, I know I yeah, I sound like a parrot here repeating things, but we need to research about the company before the interview. And I will say more than that, even before the practice interview you have here at VanHack. I have so many candidates who come to me in the preparation expecting to get all the details from myself or all the details from VanHack. You have the name, you have as a housekeeping to research about this company. You have the housekeeping to deeply analyze the job description, then come to us in the preparation session and we know how we can help you in the best manner, right? And then you were getting all the tips from, well, past academy classes. I hope we have people from the academy here in the chat, well, potential new candidates for the academy. But, well, we are having a lot of tips. And then you are putting everything together, working in your answers. And then the interview advisor is here to help you to shape those answers and understand how you can improve. But this is a two ways effort, right? It's me or the other advisors here working on your answers, but also you coming here and giving your best. Studying the job, as I mentioned, keywords, see how you align to the job. Be authentic, high energy, bring all your energy to the interview, please. Not only with me, but with the company too. You need to demonstrate that you are excited to join them. You need to actually let them know how much you want to join them. And so, self promotion is very important. You need to sell yourself. I have this little example. Imagine you were a TV and then you want to sell yourself, of course. You want to sell this TV because they want to buy the Grace TV instead of Samsung or as a Camila TV or anything else, right? So, think of the values, technical and non technical qualifications. Think of everything you can align. And once again, tell them, I have this knowledge, this time I dedicated in my life, in my professional career, in my skills, it's here. I'm open, I'm giving you the opportunity to explore these skills, and I can help you and your company to succeed. And understand how to build rapport with the interviewer too. So when you were friendly, when you were asking questions, when you were interacting, and when you were open to this connection, it's way easier. It's not easy for you as a candidate, but I can guarantee that it's not easy for the interviewer as well to connect with the candidate sometimes. We never know what we are going to find in front of us. We never know your level of openness, how many details you want to share. So be open. Be open, be positive, use positive words, Be yourself. This is a conversation. It's still a business conversation. Um, but also it's important for you to feel this level of confidence. Be open to this connection with this person who's there, making time for you in the same way as you're making time for them. So, first rounds of interviews. Usually it's not the most scariest one, I know. We have the technical one that usually is the monster, and that's the one we are usually freaking out about. But the very first interview is very important to you. It's the first impression you were building. So I brought some questions here, common ones that I consider super important and you should go for it. The very first one is tell me about yourself. We use the concept of elevator pitch. And I love this one. Here you have way more room. When I was learning, the very first time I heard of elevator pitch was with VanHack in 2018. I was in front of 40 people, employers, and I had 40 seconds to present myself. Of course, I was shaking. I was shaking. It was challenging. But I say, hey, easy busy for you guys. Online meeting. You have until, we recommend at least, until 2 minutes to introduce yourself. And what should you include here? Your name. So we are highlighting the best of we have, right? You are not repeating everything that is on your resume. You are bringing your experience to life. So you are telling them about your name, of course. Oh, but they know that my name, Grace. I won't repeat it again. No, but now it's you presenting yourself to someone who never met you before. So, hi, you can even say, my name is Grace, as you know, or my name is Anna, my name is Carlos, and I have over 8 years of experience, let's just suppose. You are creating an impact right away. They are connecting the name to the face. So it doesn't matter if they know your name because it's there in the meeting, go for it. So some aspects that I consider important. You can even have more webinars here. Take advantage of all the academy content once again, but just highlighting the main important points. Name, years of experience, education, if you have, and if you want to mention, if it's relevant for the position. It's connected to the tech field, I would say. You can mention the industries. I know some, well, especially when we have long years of experience, we worked in many different companies. The companies don't want you to repeat everything again. That is on your resume, but you highlight the best. So I like mentioning industries, or if the names are very well known, I go for it too. Well, I worked at Microsoft, Amazon, and currently, so you mentioned some of the aspects and come to the present moment. Currently, I'm working at this company. My role is this one, and these are my main responsibilities or challenges. Enough for you to make a good impression. If you want to mention your passions by the end, go for it. I try to connect with something professional. I'm passionate about learning. I'm passionate about sharing knowledge. You can go for it. Second point, projects you worked on and they were successful. You need to sell projects you worked on before. They eventually ask you about accomplishments you had. And then you need to talk about it in a concise way, but also giving details and considering that most of the times we have the interviewer from my HR background. First interviews, usually, you can always check. I highly recommend when you get the name of the interviewer to research and understand where this person is coming from. So, where's their background? And how could I connect to them? You are not just bringing a lot of technical terms and, oh, I worked in this API or I was working with this project. And well, API, okay, some terms are similar and well, that some are familiar for them because they're in the tech field somehow, talking to candidates all the time. But don't be too technical if you're talking to HR. be technical if you're talking to a techie person. But how can you know about that? Researching, right? So, what do you know about the company too? What do you know about this company? What are they doing? How you connect? And why you want this job? Oh, I want this job because I want to relocate to Canada. Please don't do it. So, uh, find the real reasons why you want that job. Always creating a balance between what you can learn, what they are offering, the technical skills. Relocation is never a reason. Can be a reason, can be a dream, I would say, but it can't be the main reason. Because if you are not happy with the job and all the stuff you were going to do at the company, you won't be happy relocating. And the relocation by the end, it's a matter of consequence. You are doing a great job. The company has a great product. You have great skills, and the consequence, well, they're in Vancouver, so we want you to be there because our office is there, and we want you to be closer to the team. That's the reason. Consequence. So think about that. Technical interviews, our monster, and usually the second step, right? It's a monster, but doesn't need to be, right? If you are prepared, once again. And we have opportunities to prepare by yourself, academy, mock interviews, or our practice interviews that we call. We have chances to go for it. So, technical interviews, not only about technical skills. I repeat, not only about technical skills. The very main point is communication. I'm separating the letters here. Communicate. What do they want from you? They want you to understand that you can inform, you can ask questions, that you can work with someone else in the same task, that you can have this deep dive and understand why you are solving a problem like that you have critical thinking. They want to see how you communicate. They will never give you a code at the beginning of the interview and expect you to complete and don't say a word, and then just keep working on that. They don't want people to get there and be muted. Of course, you need some time to think, you need some time to create your reasoning, but we really need to, well, express, right? Show how you were thinking, why you were taking this decision, why you were opting to not use a for loop, right? So we need to let them know. And show your willingness to learn too. In between, it can be during a technical interview, in terms of a live coding. You are there, they give you a problem, you share your screen, and then you need to go through the problem. They have follow-up questions. Um, but also, it can be a quiz format. And then in a quiz format, if they have something to add and you show enough openness to learn from them too, or to understand what they are expecting, or even what they would consider to be the best scenario in that scenario, that they're expecting you to give an answer, but they are open also to discuss, right? You need to interact, and you need to show your willingness to learn from them, have this openness to get a good feedback, or I won't say a good or bad feedback. I don't believe feedback is simply a feedback. And then how you're going to work on that, maybe for the rest of the answers, or maybe for your future, take it for your professional career. And when I was talking, oh, the technical interview is the monster. It's mainly about getting stuck. If you got stuck, no problem. Happens. We are humans. We are working with computers, but we are still humans. Yeah. Even with the all the chat GPT and things that we have there, we are still here. And we still need to perform during the interviews. So they completely understand if you get stuck. Of course, it's not something we want to happen as a candidate and, well, as the interviewer. They understand. The interview is simply a simulation of what you're going to do with more pressure, of course, because you want to impress, you want the job. Um, but if you got stuck, find a way, explain why you were getting stuck. So it's not simply saying, I got stuck. You were letting them know why. Why you were trying to, where you are and that problem, what happened to you. So you get stuck because you don't know what to do in terms of the next function you need to develop, or you are getting an error and you don't know how to solve this one, or if it's a matter of, well, I don't know what's the best solution because I have two scenarios. Let them know. Well, I forgot. I got stuck because I don't remember the syntax. I forgot. I know there's a function in JavaScript for it. Uh, Let them know. Oh, I actually forgot the syntax. Could I check the documentation? If you're communicating, once again, you were letting them know about what you were doing and why you were facing that problem, it's okay. Documentation, it's something that is there for us to consult. What I would say, don't do it without telling them. Be honest, right? Openness. It's one of the main values we need to practice here. And being honest, because, well, in the day to day, we're going to use, right? So let them know. And you are not alone there. You are not alone. The interviewer is there and they want you to interact. Once again, communicate with this person. They don't expect you to solve the problem by yourself. Of course, they want code on your behalf. Happened to me before. They were wanting to be like this pair programming, so eventually it happened. But you were not alone in terms of, you can still ask questions, you can still exchange ideas. Well, I was thinking about this one, but maybe the complexity would be so. You were letting them know, you were communicating. They wanted to count on them. This person is potentially to be your future coworker. Start building the relationship from now, right? And use the STAR method for technical interviews too. You can even use for the first round, not in a super technical way, but not sure if you heard of STAR method before, but situation. So what happened? What was the project about? T for tasks. What were you responsible for? What were you expected to deliver for that project? Actions. So, in order to succeed and complete all the tasks, what have you done? Technologies you were using, challenges that you had on your way, and are for results. So, what kind of results, and how can you demonstrate that project was really useful or really successful, or the results could be a learning, well, a lesson learned. So, wow, Grace, this time I was working this project, but I failed. My biggest learning was, yeah, let them know. And this question you can use for many scenarios, technical or non-technical. Once again, for the technical, at least for me, helps me a lot to guide me when I go through a technical or a complex problem, because I want to give a complete answer and I want them to understand the whole scenario so they can understand the meaning and how valuable that project was well, and wasn't in my position, was at that time I was working with. And finally, the final round interviews, right? Final round interviews usually they happen with the CEO or someone from the board director. Um, they want to see, they want to double check, they want to talk to you and understand that they are making the right decision when hiring you. They want to sometimes still negotiate the salary, but it's basically a double check about what you are offering, how much you match with the company. Some examples here, quick questions. The very first one I brought is when you need to describe a situation when you were going above and beyond with your service. Could be for a customer, colleague, anyone in work. You can use STAR method for that. So what do you want to show here? Proactivity, the details you were paying attention to, if you found a failure in the process and you were able to communicate, even if it wasn't your work, you found interesting and important for the business, then you shared. Could be for someone, oh, okay, at this time I saw this person struggling and I was helping. I saw that they were having a hard time to ask for help. So you can let them know. You were showing empathy. You were showing communication skills here too. The second one, how would your boss from your last job describe you? This one is tricky because this is first off how we see ourselves. So you were analyzing your skills and what you can offer, but you were, even if the question sounds like it's how someone else see you, this is also about your self-awareness. So, well, I'm responsible or I'm proactive, for example. Give examples in this answer. When you were describing your characteristics and how you think this person see you, you were also giving examples to make it even clear. What would you make you quit our company? Evaluate what is important for you, why you want to be there, and what could make you stay. They want to build long lasting relationships. So they want to know what they can offer and eventually what they cannot offer. And they would need to change if they want to have you around, right? It's a matter of alignment once again. And expectations from the company, and how do you want to how do you want to grow there? As I said, they want to build this long lasting relationship and they want to hear from you your expectations in terms of career goals. Oh, in 3 years I want to be a tech lead because, well, I have these skills and I want to master those skills. So it's important for you to let them know and they can see how they can also support your growth process at the company. Can be through education process, some sort of initiatives, sharing knowledge inside the company, supporting you to get another degree or courses, or stimulating you to attend workshops, certifications, and how you were planning to do it. You need to have a ready plan, a plan ready for let them know about it. Because once it's clear for you and you know what you want, it's easier for them to know how to support you. Wrapping up, so prepare for you to get emotionally ready. Please. Less anxiety. We have so many reasons already to get anxious. So do everything that you can take out of your way and be comfortable and confident. I believe in you guys. The second point, do you know about your commitment? If you were emotionally prepared and if you were prepared overall, if you were researching, connect with the company and job description first off. This is part of the preparation. Please do it before the interview preparation session with VanHack, watching the content from Academy and live sessions, and when you have the interview schedule. Predicting scenarios, preparing ahead of time, think of STAR methodology, success cases that you can bring to the table, failures, um, everything that you can show your skills, show your story, and how it's going to be helpful for the company. Got a mock interview request? Please book it. Me, Santiago, and the interview advisor team, we are here ready to help you. We open slots every week. We have flexibility in case you find this email in your box. Well, check your spam constantly in case it goes there. I usually send an email. I try to call you, have a US number. So pick it up if we're calling you, but book it. The candidates hired here previously, they had at least 1 to 2 interviews, so preparation sessions with us. So it's extremely important. We support you. It's for free. We are not charging you for anything. So we just need your commitment and your willingness to learn from us. And the last point, well, classes and group discussions will always lead you to the successful path. So Academy is here to do it. Camila was giving you the introduction. I know some of you know our services. But if you don't, give a shot. And if you get tired, well, Camila mentioned also that we can give your money back. I just would like to thank you guys for attending today. Feel free to send your questions. We're going to have our networking table. So I would like to invite you to join us.
Yes, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Grace, for this fantastic masterclass. I hope you VanHackers, learned a lot from the session today. Please share in the chat, 2 takeaways that you've learned today so that we understand what are the key information you learned from Grace today. And as Grace mentioned, we will have a networking table now to answer your questions and help you if you have questions about our VanHack Academy. For those that were not here at the beginning of the session, the Academy is our program to help our candidates boost their skills for international recruitment processes. So we offer live sessions with instructors to guide you on how to have outstanding performance in behavioral HR interviews or technical interviews, final rounds. We offer profile reviews and much more. So if you want to learn more about our academy, I'll be at the networking tables to answer your questions. And the best thing is that our attendees will receive a special coupon to join us. So thank you everyone again for joining us today. Thank you, Grace, for sharing this amazing session and a lot of tips and fantastic information with our community. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm seeing some comments here in the chat. The whole process, I felt more comfortable, even more confident. That's awesome, Fabio. Thank you for sharing. All right, insightful, preparing ahead just after applying for the job. Yes, the research part. A lot of great insights. Research. Yeah, Grace highlighted a lot this and why it's so important, right? And I hope you guys apply all those tips. So thanks again. We'll be in the networking tables to answer your questions. And we hope to see you around in our VanHack community. Hope to see you on our Slack channels. And if you want to learn more and acquire those skills to have a successful international career, you can also join our academy. See you around, everyone. Thank you, Grace, again for the amazing session.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.